Hello, welcome to another wiki procedure, and today we are going to look on how you can perform a renunciation of citizenship in Kenya. Down here below, we have given you a link which is going to direct you to our wiki procedure website page, where we have given you more information on how you can go about the application process. Additionally, on the right hand side of our screen, we have included a select language option through which you can select the language which you easily understand, and you can do this by clicking on this downward pointing arrow and choosing on one of the languages which have been displayed here. For example, by choosing Swahili, all the information on our wiki procedure website page will be translated to Swahili, and you can easily read through the instructions. Additionally, you can easily revert back to English by once again clicking on the downward pointing arrow and choosing English. We have included external links to other websites where you can get more information on how to go about the application process for renunciation of Kenyan citizenship, and we've included links to external websites where you can visit and make the application online, and also links to the application forms which you can download by easily clicking on these links. In this video, we are going to concentrate on the in-person application procedure. The online application procedure, we have created another video which explains how you can go about the online application process. But for today, we are going to go through the in-person application process in this video. You can download it from the application form through this link, or under the documents to use section, click on the form number 15 link, and you'll be able to download the renunciation application form, the declaration of voluntary renunciation of Kenyan citizenship. As we move on with the presentation, we are going to see how you're supposed to fill in this form, where you're supposed to submit it, and the application fees, which document are supposed to accompany this application form. And we are going to do all this as we move on with the presentation today. But before we move on, I will urge you to hit the like button on this video, hit the subscribe and also the notification bell, so you can get notifications every time we upload new content on our wiki procedure YouTube page, YouTube channel rather. So let's get back to our presentation. And the list of items which we're going to cover in this session include the need for renunciation, the eligibility criteria, the required documents, steps to follow in making the applications, the fees, validity period, processing time, office location and contact information, and any other information that we may find relevant on how to renounce your Kenyan citizenship. So let's get to our presentation, which is brought to you by wikiprocedure.com. Renunciation, the need for it. Renunciation enables Kenyan citizens by birth to voluntarily make a declaration of their renunciation of the Kenyan citizenship, and this makes them to cease being citizens of Kenya, and deprives them of every right for being a Kenyan citizen, and excludes them from duty of as a Kenyan citizen. The eligibility criteria. Any citizen of Kenya of full age and capacity who is also a citizen of another country, that means the Kenyan citizen has dual citizenship, or a national of a foreign country, is eligible to make the application to renounce their citizenship. The individual must be aged 18 years and above. The age will not be taken into account if the woman is married, so a consent from the husband is needed. The individual must be of sound mind, must have or will soon obtain a foreign citizenship, so should be in the process of obtaining dual citizenship, or has already obtained the dual citizenship, as acquired or would like to be granted a citizenship in another country. You have already mentioned that, and has no criminal or financial liability to the state of Kenya. The required documents: you need the printed online application form if you're making the application online, or a duly filled renunciation application form in our case, because we're making the application in person, 2 passport size photograph, original copies of the Kenyan passport and identification card which you're going to surrender, after you have renounced your citizenship. The Kenya birth certificate, which you're also going to surrender, copy of the other country's passport, copy of the other country's proof of citizenship, that is a citizenship certificate of registration or naturalization. And the applicant must also ensure they are lawfully present in the country as they await for the application to be finalized, and a copy of the police clearance certificate from Kenya. Steps to follow: declarations of renunciations are made by citizens of Kenya who wish to voluntarily renounce their Kenyan citizenship. Acquisition of citizenship in another country will permit a Kenyan national to renounce his Kenyan citizenship. This application can be done online, as we already mentioned, and it can also be done in person. And if the application, you want to do it in person, the first step is to visit the immigration offices or Kenya missions abroad to make the applications. And here you'll be required to present the required documents to the immigration officer. This include 2 passport size photographs, original and copies of the Kenyan passport and identification card, Kenyan birth certificate, copy of the other country's passport, copy of the other country's proof of citizenship, for example, citizenship certificate of registration or naturalization, copy of the police clearance certificate for both Kenya and the other country. So make sure you have this document. And if the applicant is making the application from Kenya, they must ensure that they are lawfully present in the country as they await for the application to be finalized. And if you're making the application in Kenya, you're supposed to visit the immigration offices. If you're making it from abroad, visit the Kenyan missions or embassy abroad. From there, the immigration officer will provide you with a declaration of voluntary renunciation of Kenyan citizenship, form number 15, to fill and submit. This form is present or is available at the immigration offices, or you can easily download it from our Wikiprocedure website page. Using this link, and fill it beforehand before visiting the immigration offices or Kenya missions abroad. You should then lodge the completed application form from the immigration to the immigration offices or Kenya missions abroad. And after lodging the application for renunciation, the application will be sent to the Minister of Immigration in Kenya for approval. Upon his approval, the renunciation declaration will be registered, and upon registration, that person or you as an applicant, you shall cease to be a citizen of Kenya. Upon approval, the applicant should be requested to pay the application fee of 20,000 shillings, after which you will be issued with a renunciation certificate, and also will be required to surrender documents which are the property of Kenya, which are your Kenyan passport, a birth certificate, and copy of your national identity card. The process takes an average of 30 days to complete when you're applying from abroad, and if you're applying in Kenya, the process takes an average of 14 days or 2 weeks. The fees, okay, before we continue, just let's have a look on how this form is filled. This is the form, the renunciation of the declaration of voluntary renunciation of Kenyan citizenship. You're supposed to fill your full names, your country of residence, where you are currently domiciled, where you are born in Kenya, if you are born in Kenya or not in Kenya, that I am a citizen of Kenya by birth, descendants, naturalization, so tick, which applies to you, and I'm also a citizen of, insert the country which you have citizenship of. So you can register if it was by birth, descent, registration, naturalization, marriage, and therefore would like to be rendered stateless upon a registration of this renunciation. So you're supposed to fill in the name of the country which you want to be affiliated with. After that, these are some declarations which have already been written, that you are desirous of renouncing your Kenyan citizenship, and you've been duly informed of the implication of renunciation. That you also know that upon registration of your renunciation, you shall surrender all identification, travel, and any other document identifying you as a Kenyan citizen of Kenya, that you hereby renounce so far it lies within your power, your status, your rights, your privileges, and protection as a Kenyan citizen, and that you solemnly and sincerely declare that the renunciation has been made voluntary, without any inducement, threat, or promise of any nature by any person, and that you declare that the foregoing particulars in these declarations are true within your knowledge. So you should sign against these declarations and submit it, and it should be stamped by a magistrate's commission of oaths or a notary public, and submit it. So it's that quite simple to renounce your citizenship, and a fee of 20,000 is charged, payable upon approval of your renunciation. The validity is forever. However, you can also apply for dual citizenship afterwards, and you can gain citizenship again through the citizenship gaining process. The processing time, it takes 2 weeks if the application is being made from Kenya, or 1 month if the application is being made from abroad. The office location and contact information of the Department of Immigration Services, the headquarters are in Nyayo House, Nairobi, Kenya, and you can visit them through their website of www.immigration.go.ke. In Mombasa, they are located at the PC's building office. In Kisumu, they are the new provincial headquarters. The e-Citizen, their online platform, they use the electronic foreign national services for the renunciation application. You can visit them at fns.immigration.go.ke. Other information is that before you start this application, make sure you have obtained citizenship and a passport from the other country. So thank you for watching this presentation today. But before we complete our presentation, I'll urge you once again, I will ask you to hit the like button, the subscribe, and also the notification bell, so you can get notifications every time we upload new content on our Wiki Procedure YouTube channel. So thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best in your renunciation process.